We have our basic After Effects composition ready here, where we have our talking head footage on the bottom layer, and then on the top we have our side clips. And the challenge was to come to the side clips layer here and find a way to mask it so that we only see this region here that has the graphics, and we cut off the sides of it. Thinking back to project number 2, where we were drawing masks directly onto that image layer, the same thing could work here. If I come up here to my rectangle tool, and I start drawing a rectangle around our graphics area here, it's behaving just like our examples in project number 2, where I begin drawing it out, and we only see what's inside of this bounding box around this central area that has the graphics, and it's revealing just what is inside of that bounding box. Remember that we could come down to the mode here. Right now the mode says add, so that everything that is inside of that bounding box is being added to the image. We could also say subtract. So that would give us the opposite, so that everything that's inside of the rectangle box is hidden and the parts of the image outside of it are now revealed. So now we only see those sidebars. For some projects, the subtract mode is exactly what you need. For this mask, the adding mode is going to be the one that I want. And I can always remove this mask layer and just highlight the mask, say delete, and it's gone. Remember also that I'm not restricted to using a rectangle shape here. I could come up to my shape tool. I could create a circle around this graphic area. That looks kind of interesting. Let me take that off. I could come up here to my polygon tool. If you did project number 2, you should be really comfortable now with creating different shapes and rotating them, scaling them. Remember that I can always select the mask and move it around. So even after I've drawn it and placed it somewhere, I can always come back and make changes to it. Let me take that off. So again, going back to what we were practicing in project number 2, I'm also not restricted to just using these shape tools to create a mask. I could also come to my pen tool and I could create any sort of customized mask shape that I want. I would just choose the pen tool and begin drawing. And remember, when we're using the pen tool, that you can click once to create a vertex that has a point, and you can press and hold the mouse key, pull out the sides, to make a curved shape. So I could draw any sort of free shape that I want over here. And remember that it won't behave like a mask until I close off that shape. So now it's revealing only what is underneath my freeform shape here. I could also come here to the add and subtract and just see what effects I like. So that gave us a very customized shape mask there. So go back to your After Effects project now and experiment with different ways to draw a mask directly onto this side clips layer. Try out using all of the shape tools, and also try drawing a freeform shape with the pen tool. And when you've done that, we'll go on to our next tutorial where we'll talk about another way to make a shape mask.